Another Thursday night game. Well, the last slot on the Thursday night, we're going to head to the West. And it's huge for me because the Mavs win last night. And so many people were like, oh, well, the Clippers have won two straight. Clippers in six. Clippers in six. I didn't say anything. I wasn't saying Dallas are going to win this game because Luka's injured. Clippers are playing at home. But the Mavs pull out a 105 to 100 win. You saw it at the Embray, Kawhi airballed the game tying three. Rondo had some choice words to say to him. But I do agree with Rondo. I'm a big fan of Rondo. I really like him. I think he turns up at big moments. Yeah. Take it away, Bray. Obviously, these aren't your teams, but you definitely watch it.
You've got to pay attention because Luka Doncic is the reason they were up 2-0, and then everyone went, the Mavs are going to sweep. It's over for the Clippers, and then he was the reason that everyone went, oh, the Clippers are going to win because we thought he was injured, and now he's come back. He's played just such an awesome game. I love it when guys turn up like this. It's not about what someone didn't do. It's about what someone did do. 42 points, 14 assists, 8 rebounds. Oh, what a masterclass. He assisted on something like he scored or assisted on like more than 80% of the Mavs baskets. It was the highest in NBA history. It was 80-something%. I don't have the exact number, but everything went through him, and it's just incredible. There were only two Mavs players who were in double figures. Him and Tim Hardaway Jr. And Tim Hardaway Jr. needed 19 shots to get there. Granted, he did have some big ones down the stretch, but it just honestly, Luka's just gutted out of that game, and I'm so happy for it. And we said this last time. I can't believe the Clippers have let him do it again. He's absolutely torched Zubac. Honestly, Zubac, guess how many minutes he played? 19. Guess how many, what was his plus minus? Minus 19. He was losing a point a minute when he was on the floor. It was the same. I mean, funnily enough, the same with Rondo. But honestly, he absolutely ripped him. Patrick Beverley has been played off the floor. 11 seconds is how long he played. See you later.
Get him out of there. Get him out of there, man.
He's too little. He's too little.
But Bray, I want to say, first and foremost, you're welcome, Rick Carlisle. Thank you for taking my suggestion on board. Because if you look at the shooting spread of 4 out of the 5 starters, Kawhi, 19 shots. Paul George, 15 shots. Morris, 13 shots. Reggie Jackson had 16. Get the ball out of their hands. Let somebody else beat you.
Well, that was the key thing. I mean, Kawhi, 19 shots. That's probably about right for him. Had 20 points. Paul George, he can beat you. If he gets hot, it's over. And for some reason, Reggie Jackson decided. Well, he did shoot 50% from 3. Let's cut him some slack.
Definitely
6 from 12. But even if he's 6 from 12, I still want to give not all of his shots, a good 70% of his shots straight to Paul George, because Paul George is just a better player, and it's not even close. Interestingly, I'm looking at the stats now. So Rick Carlisle not afraid to ride Luka 42, almost 43 minutes. Tim Hardaway Jr. 45 minutes, barely came out of the game. Dorian Finney-Smith, who's a great option on defense,
5 steals.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Kawhi only played 41. Paul George played 38. I mean, obviously they're splitting the guard rotations up between a few people. Zubac had 20 minutes. Get some of those minutes off Zubac. No, we don't need that many for him. We need all the time going elsewhere. And I know obviously you're trying to keep your stars fresh, but your back's against the wall now.
One word answer. Who wins game 6?
Where is it?
It will be in Dallas.
In Dallas. You know what? Mavs are about to close it out. They didn't shoot that well. They can get contributions from elsewhere. I think Luka's about ready to put on another show, because it's not about what the Clippers can do. It's about what Luka can do, and they cannot stop him.
Nice little sign off there. I will say this, Bray. Not not one team has won a home game this series, so we'll see how that plays out. It's pretty mad. Yeah, we move on to the Hawks Knicks, and Jordan loses the Knicks because the Hawks win in five. Jordan House of 03, despite being picking second in the Perth draft, is down to one team, and so is Lancashire Lambert. He is down to just the Clippers, who are one loss away from total elimination, the first person to be eliminated from the six-man playoff draft, which is really interesting. But let's talk about the Knicks Hawks. So the Hawks win in Madison Square Garden to close it out, 103 to 89. They have really stepped it up a notch, haven't they? They've really taken control of this series. You can see exactly what Trey's doing. I mean, Trey had an unbelievable game, and he was yapping. And that's what we like, man. Get into the skirmishes with Noel at halftime, bow into the crowd when you hit the closeout three. And he's going to do it against Philly. I'm pretty sure, man. You can't stop now. And Philly fans are just as hostile, man. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, I mean, he's full on stepped into it, and I like it a lot. I think he has really caught hearts and minds. So it's his third year, right? Third year?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so his first 2 years, I think everyone was kind of looking at him. He's hunting assists, he's hunting fouls, he's a stats-driven guy, he can't win. And now he has a team assembled around him that is much better than the ones he's had previously. He's had players, young players come up with him and grow in the form of Herter and Hunter and obviously John Collins as well. And he is just doing bits. Like, he's not shooting as many of these really whack threes, despite going 3 of 11 last night. We'll caveat that from behind the line, but he has really stepped it up. He knows how to take over games. He knows how to break down defenses. He's making Clint Capella's life so easy. Clint Capella's like, thank you for helping me get paid. Because Clint Capella is looking, and he's a good player, but I think is that pairing is just so good. They've worked that pick and roll to maximum effect, and yeah, I just love it. I love how he stepped into being a villain. And you get the opportunity to do it at MSG, so he's just going for it. Spike Lee left early. It's I love it. I love his explanation for the bow as well. They got a lot of shows in New York, and I know what they do at the end of those. So, I'm here for it. I'm on the bandwagon.
Yeah, but just be careful because the Heat are your bandwagon. So let's not get up a bandwagon of teams. We've praised the Hawks. We're going to say goodbye to the Knicks. Goodbye. But also don't. Yes, Julius Randle had a terrible series. All right, 18 points, 12 rebounds. He averaged 4.6 turnovers per game and shot 30% from the field, which is, to be honest, that's playoff basketball. They're going to scheme around you. I have no doubt he's going to come back next year more equipped. Gonna talk to some vets in the off season. It's one of those things where it would be perfect opportunity for him to talk to Kobe. They're giving me this type of shots. I know he spoke about their mentorship. It's such a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It really is a shame. And he's had a great season. It's just a shame that he couldn't step it up in the playoffs. Obviously, the defense has got better. You look at the games they played against the Hawks previously, and the Hawks had a different coach and were undermanned. So they've just got a lot of different things they can throw at him. And it's a shame. It's a shame. I really did hope for more from him. And now you have to start asking questions. Is Julius Randle can he be your best player? I think in any case, the Knicks need to retain him because they need to keep these winning ways. And if anyone's going to want to come to the Knicks, they're going to want to play with someone like Randle. However, do you throw him the big bucks straight off the bat? I think with his contract, I think it might be a team option, but don't quote me on that. And I think you just have to let him play it out and see, okay, are you a regular season player, or can you improve from this meteoric season that he's had? Let's not take away from it. He is the most improved player. He's stepped himself up into, I don't know, maybe you say top 25 players in the league, top 40, wherever you want to put him. I think he's definitely shown that he can be there.
Yeah. And I think if I was the Knicks, I would pay him because he's made the Knicks a desired destination again.
Yeah.
That is the reason why, because nobody wants to go there. You saw what KD and Kyrie did in the offseason. They went across the other side of the town. So, yeah. Bray, just to wrap this up, Sixers, Hawks in the next round. Prediction in 5?
Yep, I'm gonna say Sixers in 5. So long as Embiid plays 4 or more games. If Embiid can't suit up for that many, I think then it's gonna be Sixers in 7, because you guys need a home crowd. I don't think you'll be able. You wouldn't close it out away in 6. If it goes to 6, it goes to 7.
If Embiid doesn't play, Hawks will win the series.
Really?
Yeah. Hawks will win the series. Yeah.
I mean, that would then make us think about him in more of the MVP focus, because obviously
he's still not going to win it. But I'm trying to be pessimistic and rile them up. Let's get to the Eastern Conference.
You're keeping your hopes low just in case it all goes wrong.
Just look, Embiid got injured. It took him 3 games, didn't it? Let's be real here.
God,
Mr. Bray, Salt Bray, thank you for jumping on and discussing all this stuff. We've got a very interesting days coming up with both LA teams potentially out of the playoffs. So we're going to see what's happened. Will LeBron lose the first round series for the first time in his career? Who knows?
It could happen. It could happen.
But from the Sig Man and Salt Bray, so we run out.
We'll see you later.